first tank corps is gonna activate. They have been pushed back pretty hard by 11th Panzer, and also I just noticed that here the MSR cannot be established because this unit is exerting a zone of control here. Remember that that the presence of a friendly unit does not negate enemy zone of control for MSR determination. So I need to trace it up here, so they will be crossing the streams with 333rd even this turn. So we definitely need to push this guy back and yeah, try to establish a better situation here. So we have beefed up our tank brigades, so we are gonna hope for a double objective that's gonna help us attack there. So we go with the Snafu. They are not fresh, they have fatigue 1, they are not coordinated or mixed, but they are crossing the streams and they are using tracks. And the weather is poor, so it's gonna be -1 fatigue, -1 crossing the streams, -2 poor trafficability of the tracks, so it's -4, but they are at optimal distance, so it's gonna be net -3. And we rolled a 12, pretty good, so -3, 9 is still full activation, so we get the double objective zone. I think it's gonna be a double objective this time, because yeah, we need to definitely push back over here, and so we're gonna place it actually here on this unit here, so we can attack all the way here. We have full movement allowance and we get 2 artillery points. Okay, not bad. We are not gonna enter prepared defense, of course. So I think the first thing is try to push back these tanks. They are in the open, so a normal assault is not gonna cut it. We need to go ahead and fight tanks with tanks. So I'm gonna move. Okay, we cannot move here because we are in the engagement zone of this unit's support. They have Panzerjägers, so we can go here. And now we must do an engagement, so it's gonna be 7 plus 1 for the double objective is 8 versus an 8. So it's a flat roll. 9, not bad. The target is VLV, it's a target loss and retreat, so we actually already are putting some pressure. So they flip and they move back 3 hexes. 1, 2, 3, and they lose a step. So they are down to 3 steps. Now we used 1 movement point to move here. Where can we go from here? I think we want to try to cut off. Oh, we need to dislodge these units, so we are gonna focus on them. So we move here for 2, and for our second fire event we are gonna try to drop the support of this first Panzergrenadier battalion. So it's gonna be again 7 plus 1, 8. They have a 5, and the supporters Panzerjäger have 2 AV, so it's a 7. So we are at +1 actually now. And again, great rolls now. 9 plus 1 is a 10. So it's target drop. I was hoping to inflict a step loss on the support, but better than nothing. So they get a support dropped marker. Casualty marker. Okay. Now this unit is finished. These guys, however, can now. Sorry, it's not finished. It's stopped because it used both fire vents. We can do 2 attack by fire on this unit though. So they are in the open. They need 4 better. A 6 and a 2. So 1 is successful. We drop a step of the Panzer Grenadiers, which are really powerful. But now they are down to 3. This unit is stopped as well. I could attack with them like a regular attack, but again we have a 4, we have artillery, but they are a 5, they are pretty strong. They are out of support though. No, I'm gonna save the armor. I don't want to risk it in attacks like that. But this tank brigade is only 1 step, but again we can bombard this position with both our fire vents, so for battle, and that's definitely gonna hurt. 2 more step losses for the Panzer Grenadiers. They managed to disrupt the Soviet communication lines, but now they are taking a toll for it. They're paying the toll, yeah. And now I think this unit is gonna do a regular assault here. So we're gonna use them on artillery, of course. Do I want to barrage them and destroy them? Maybe I do. So I'm gonna use, yeah, both fire vents for destruction barrage. So let's see. Sorry, both artillery points. So it's artillery in the open, so it's a 3 or better now to destroy them. And that's enough. It's only 1 step with 2 hits. This Panzer Grenadier unit, I mean, it took a lot of resources for the Soviets to destroy it, but they are gone and they join the fallen over here. They can be brought back, but not until next turn, so that's pretty huge. And this unit has assaulted the position. I mean, they just walk in after the artillery has done its job. Now I did that because I don't think I have any more attacks, because I only have these 2 units, and again we used all our resources to pummel that unit over there. I think we only need to reform a defensive line to protect our MSR over here. So I think this AT unit is gonna move 1. So these guys go 1, 2, and we want to assault here. They are a 4, I'm only a 3 actually. And I don't have support. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna risk it. So we are just moving over here, yeah, so that we are securing this flank. And on this other side there is this 333rd infantry unit which is holding the position here, but I think, yeah, I'm gonna push on over here. Need to pressure these guys on the hill, starting to surround them. And this AT unit, I mean, here's, yeah, gonna push them a bit forward to secure the line. I mean, here's just the headquarters of the infantry division. So and I think that's it for this activation. I'm gonna reset. So okay, I can flip the combat trains. Sorry, I forgot about that. So now we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, optimal distance, and they are good to go. Fatigue roll. So 1, 2, 3 from the red die, and I roll a 3. So since we did an attack and assault, the fatigue goes up, and we are at fatigue 2 now for 1st Tank Corps. Isolation losses, there aren't any. Everybody has a safe path and is in command range, so that's good as well. Now 2nd activation. We are at 2 fatigue, but now that that Panzer Grenadier unit is out of the picture, I think we can maybe again focus our efforts on another one and blunt the 11th Panzer ability to counterattack. So we are gonna try it. We need a 4 or better, and we rolled a 5 on the red die, so we get a 2nd activation, and that's really good. So we are not entering prepare defense, so snafu. I think it's gonna be a little bit better because we have, well, -2 fatigue, but we are at optimal distance, so -1. The trains are not ghosted and we are not crossing the streams. However, we are using tracks, so it's a -3. Yeah, that's it. But we rolled a 10, -3 is a 7, just enough to get another full activation. So another double objective, full movement allowance, and 2 artillery points. And yeah, I think we are gonna press on the attack on this side. So the 336 is fortified pretty good. Yeah, they are in prepared defense, so these hills are gonna be a tough nut to crack. But on the other hand, this 11th Panzer unit is in the open, and I think we're gonna be aggressive. So we're gonna place our double objective here. And again, the KV units are gonna engage the support of this 11th Panzer Battalion. It's the 2nd, I think. Yeah, 2nd Infantry Battalion. So we are at 7, +1 for the double objective zone. And they are at 4, +2 for the support AV. So it's a 6, 7 to 6, +1. I rolled an 8, +1 is a 9, it's a support drop. We are actually rolling really well as the Soviets. So they have dropped the support. And now our second fire event, we can try to bombard them. Again, we need a 4 or better. And I rolled a 2, so no. KV unit did their job, however. This tank brigade is gonna move in with the KV units, and they are gonna use their 2 fire events to again bombard that unit. 5 and a 3, so just 1 step loss here. And lastly, this unit, I mean, I can't take on these tanks, they are too strong. Yeah, but I can try to assault this position with just, yeah, this motorcycle battalion. But yeah, we're gonna focus here first. So we're gonna move these guys over here. And 2 fire events, 4 or better. Only 1, so another step loss. And now, the problem is, do I want to assault here? Yeah, why not? Or do I want to assault here? But I don't have anyone that can get adjacent, so yeah, let's do it like that. So 3 steps. And they are 4 strength, so we're gonna use one of our artillery points, of course. They are at 3. We are not supported. We are in a double objective zone, it's 4. We have +2 for the artillery and +1 for the tanks assisting us, sorry. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus a 4. They are not in terrain, they are not in prepared defense, and they don't have support, so it's a net +3. Ooh, but that's the Soviets' luck has run out. 4 + 3 is a 7. It's a A1 and this situational and traffic. So I think they are gonna retreat because they are not in key terrain and not in prepared defense. So they need to flip. Whoops. And move back 3 hexes, and they're gonna go 1, 2, 3 here on the tracks. These guys, however, are gonna advance. They are now, however, only down to 1 step, and the infantry capabilities of 1st Tank Corps are a bit lowered. I mean, no, we have this motorcycle regiment which is still full strength, so it can be helpful. But yeah, we are pushing back a bit and avenging the last turn, which was pretty horrifying, to be honest. We still have 1 artillery point, so we can either attack these 88s, which have only 1 step. We can try to dislodge these units from the hill. I think they're gonna be using the tanks to defend since they have a 5, and they are not in prepared defense. So that's actually, I think that's like this unit under is in prepared defense, but I don't think this is gonna matter because this is the unit that's gonna be defending since it has the highest action rating. But correct me if I'm wrong. However, both of these attacks are not gonna be assisted unless I can move these guys here. But they cannot assist, I think. Yes, they can. Yeah, I checked the table and that's allowed. It's a combat unit, and so they can assist. So I could move them up here, and then, but if I move them up here, then I'm forced to do an engagement because they are both real AV units. So that's gonna be dangerous. And this guy is gonna be only a 3 plus a 5, but they are, yeah, they're not getting the terrain bonus. 3, 4, 5, 6 for the double objective zone versus a 5, actually. Because they are not a dual unit, they are not in the open. Yeah, that was not a great spot to place the tanks actually in the hill. I think we're gonna risk it. So this 8th motorcycle regiment is gonna attack here with the support of the artillery. So we start at 3 plus 1 for the double objective zone. Let me see here. 3 plus 1 for double objective zone is a 4. Plus 2 for the artillery is a 6. And that's it. So we are at 6. Forgot to use the dice earlier. And the defenders are at 5. They are not dual or supported, and they are not in prepared defense. But there are 2 units in the hex, so it's +1, so it's a 6. Yeah, 6 versus 6, so it's a flat roll. Let's see. I rolled a 6, seems fitting. So that's just A1. And again, I think that's it for this first tank core activation. They are pushing back a little bit. They focus their tanks on pummeling the infantry successfully, I mean, in these 2 activations. So I think we are good. This unit is probably gonna be destroyed the next turn, but we are still making them pay for their attack on us. Where do we go from here? So they are all good. The first tank core is done for the day. Fatigue, yeah, this is pretty crucial. If they go down to 3, it's gonna be hard. And 1, yeah. So they pay the price. They are now at 3 fatigue. And no isolation, again, everybody is in command range and has a safe path. So let's see who is gonna go next. Oh, their neighbors are gonna potential be activated. The rifle division on the other side of the front and the 3rd Cavalry Corps. So it's a Soviet activation most definitely. And well, Adam Kampfgruppe is a fatigue 3, so yeah, I'm checking. These guys don't have anything really useful to do right now. So it's gonna be probably the 333rd. Yeah. Before 11th Panzer can maybe help Kampfgruppe Stumpfeld. So they are gonna activate. They have the KV brigade assigned to them, which I forgot to use last turn, so I need to remember now. And they are in a pretty good spot. This unit is surrounded by German's zone of control, so it's isolated. So we need to either move a unit here to re-establish a safe path or dislodge this unit, but it's not granted. And they are sieging the southern border of Surovikino, which is has almost surrendered. So, well, they are not going to enter prepared defense. We'll see how good they have as snafu roll, and we'll go from there. So they have a fatigue 0. They are still in good shape. They are not coordinated. They are not mixed. They are at optimal distance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the MSR uses these tracks over here, and they were crossing the streams earlier with 1st Tank Corps, but now they managed to free the highway here, the secondary road. So they have -2 for using tracks, +1 for optimal distance, but the trainer ghosted, so it's another -1. So it's a net -2. And they get a 7, -2 is a 5, so it's a partial activation, which means they have only half movement points. I need to remember that. They get half artillery, so 2 inherent +1, it's just 1, because it's rounded down. Let's use this black die to remember that they only have half movement. We'll see if it works. And 1 objective marker, and I think they're gonna place it so they can either try to push down here towards Kampfgruppe Stumpfeld HQ, dislodging this police battalion, or they can keep pushing here and attack these units, which are now surrounded actually. So I think we can just put this unit into a safe path by moving someone here and then pushing down here. So our objective is gonna be actually this police battalion. And now let's see. So first thing first, this KV unit is gonna flip. Yep, they have 4 movement. So they can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they can cross the river. Let me see. Oh, +3 actually. So no, they cannot, but then they can go 1, 2, 3. And they're gonna attack Kampfgruppe Stumpfeld. They have support, so they have 4 + 4 is 8. They are 2, and they have this flak battalion, flak company, which is a 3 or AV. So it's 8 to 5. +3 on the target is support. But we rolled a 3, terrible. +3 is a 6. it's enough, still enough to drop the support over there. So the German unit loses the support. I'm gonna place it here, and we're gonna use the second fire vent to do an attack by fire. They are in prepared defense, so we're gonna need a 5 or a 6. And we get a 5 on the white die, so they actually lose a step. They are only a 3-step units, so I'm down to 2 now. And now this unit here is gonna move. Are they? Yeah, it's gonna move here, and they are gonna assault this position, assisted by this KV unit, which is now finished since it used both its fire vents. And we're gonna use the artillery point. I just noticed that. Okay, I moved more than half movement. So this unit, let's say it was on the movement side to get to here, because it was here. So it goes 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it would not drop the support. So let me rewind this. The second fire event is again to drop the support, because it would have been a 5, so no result. So it's another targeted support is a 6 plus 3 is a 9, so it is enough to drop the support, but this unit suffered no step losses, and then we can proceed with this combat assisted by this unit. So we start with 3 for the AV of the unit, sorry, the action rating of the unit. They get +1 for the assist and +2 for the artillery, so they go to 4, they go to 6. Now the defender. The defender has a base 2. They have support, so they are up to 3. They are in prepared defense, so it's a 4, but they don't get terrain because this unit is not attacking across the river, so it's 4 to 6. So a net +2 for the Russian attacker. Oof, and we rolled an 11, +2 is a 13, which is actually the best result. It's a D2 and an automatic retreat. So this unit only has 1 step remaining. It flips, and it has to go back to its HQ refuge, which is 1, 2, 3. They are just close enough to the HQ to not go off map. If they were closer, yeah, which I mean they could not retreat 3 hexes and then up adjacent to the HQ. They would have been off map. We get through to the objective. This KV unit is here. We just move it down here. Okay, they are done. Now this unit will flip, and now we can try to overrun the HQ. Actually we can't, because we only have half movement. Haha, I remember now. So we only have 2, and we're gonna use them to cross the river here, this branch of the Chir River. And now we need to reform a bit our defensive line here, because 11th Panzer is actually pretty scary. So we flip this guy. Going on the hill is just 1 for leg, so they go 1. And this guy flips, and he goes 1. But yes, 2 steps. And now here we need to put this unit into a back into safe path. We could not move from here to here because there are enemy zone of control in both hexes, but we can use half to move out along the road and another half to go back here. So now this unit can trace here and then to the HQ. So we are now in a better position over there. So this unit here can cross as well. Yeah. Do we want to cross over here or over here, pressuring? Yeah, actually I think we can surround these units even more with 1, 2. Yeah. They still cannot move here because of the ZOC. They can't move here, and we still have a safe path over there. Okay, I think these guys are gonna stay here just to keep the siege going. Let me check if everybody is in command, but yes, 6 axes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Everybody is good. So I think that's it for this first activation. And we roll for fatigue on the 1, 2, 3. We rolled a 5, so they still are at fatigue 0 on day 3. Oh, as last thing, as the activation is to flip the combat trains. We have no isolation losses. And do we want to try second activation? Well, why not? We are still at fatigue 0, we can maybe keep the pressure on the Germans. And we hold a 6. Wow, the 333rd Rifle Division is on fire. So let's see what the snafu is. They are still at fatigue 0, they still are at optimal distance, so +1, -2 for using the streams. So it's not -1 because, yeah, the combat trains are now not on the ghost side, so it's just a -1. Oh, but that's a 3, -1 is a 2, that's a fail. And it's a second activation, so we cannot do a failure flip. So we can just flip units. Yeah, and that's all we can do. But there are no units to flip yet. Actually, this KV unit can go on the deployed side. Now the problem is that's a second activation, so even if we didn't attack, we didn't do anything, we still need to roll for fatigue, and on our 1 or 2, it's gonna go up. And the luck has run out. I rolled a 1 on the white die, so they are at fatigue 1. So they started really good this day, and then their advance grind to a halt. And let's see who will activate next. So we have 336, 3rd Cavalry Corps, they always come up. Maybe I'm not mixing the Egg Cup of Doom properly. Okay, so it's a Russian activation, either the 3rd Cavalry or the 258th. Again, the 258th is on a quiet part of the front, so we're gonna go with 3rd Cavalry.